the game has been changed, which I've been following this for some years. The data centers and all that wasn't what they. It was like, just like they playing their final cards because the cycle and season had changed. Because for all intents and purposes, we should have been done by the year 2000. So the fact that all these things have changed over time, because if you look at everybody who's been screaming New World Order, the mark of the beast, and you keep seeing it change every couple of years. Okay, that plan failed. We have to do this, or Project Bluebeam, and none of this stuff is coming out. All the stuff they were saying was going to be a fake Jesus around the world. They was going to fake aliens coming. None of this stuff occurred. It's because the forces, the positive forces, have changed the program. But like he said, because Noon tells us the spirituality part, we know that it's Osiris is doing this because Osiris is the god of the dead and the underworld. And even though they say he's the god of vegetation and stuff, he's not pro-vegetation, he's anti. And that's what the Zoot twisted it to make people who follow that think that Osiris is a positive god. He's not. They're destroying the vegetation. It's to a point where you can't trust nothing you eating. The grapes, the strawberries, the lettuce. They injecting stuff in the air. They even saying Israel is about to release their own form of milk into America. Yeah, it's crazy what they got going on, and a lot of that stuff I can't even put on my YouTube. But I'm gonna show you on right here. Check this out. Let me show you this right here.
And it's funny that you said that Osiris is the god of vegetation, but you could never be the god of vegetation and the god of death at the same time.
Right.
That wouldn't make sense. How could you be the god of vegetation and the god of the dead at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Y'all see that?
Vegetation is alive.
Exactly. Right. It's the living. Yeah, you're showing, sibling.
Okay. Now listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
Israeli bioengineered milk is coming to U.S. markets. Just a few weeks ago, I reported on Israeli bioengineered chocolate. Well, apparently it is so much worse than that because Israeli bioengineered cloned milk is hitting U.S. and Canadian markets by the end of 2026. And the worst part is it might not even be labeled on the products you buy. Israeli food tech company Remilk has gained approval to produce animal-free dairy protein both in the U.S. and Canada, receiving Canada's letter of no objection and the U.S.'s generally recognized as safe status. The company received FDA clearance, but it's still largely an exploratory product. Products featuring Remilk's label are not broadly available in the US as of now, but they have in the past partnered with food giants like General Mills. Yes, General Mills used cloned milk from an Israeli company in its vegan lines and did not tell the consumers about it. And not only that, General Mills actually discontinued its partnership with Remilk, pulling all Remilk-derived products from shelves quietly with no explanation. I wonder why. It could be the global controversy the product has generated, or the fact that U.S. states are already banning the production of cell-cultured dairy. Mississippi House Bill 1153 actually banned the manufacture, sale, or offer for sale of cell-cultured dairy starting July 1st. Nationwide, however, Israeli cell-cultured, lab-grown, bioengineered milk is slated to hit the U.S. market in just months. Because that's exactly what the American people want, Israeli bioengineered foods.
No surprise, siblings. Before you break this down, sibling, kinfolk. In the brains of the beast where I reside right now, they have pools. Let me give the backstory. So what you're talking now is slightly different, but again, very much relates. They put something into the feed of animals, of dairy animals, here in the brains of the beast in the UK, to reduce the cow's ability to pass wind. I'll repeat that again. They introduced feed called Bovaer into the dairy cows, feed, so the cows would not break wind as much, which they said that cows contribute the most CO2 via their pooping and farting than anything. I thought that was a joke at first, but they've actually put it into place. They didn't tell the general public at all that this was being done, and it was certain brands, Arlo, and there was about another 3 brands. So this was in everyone's milk. Obviously I don't drink cow pus, so this wasn't affecting me per se. This was in the cheeses, the yogurts, and all that stuff. And because then the public found out, they slowly, as the clip said, they slowly started to remove it. Some companies have still kept it in there, but they've got to label it now. There was not labeling it. There's not new under the sun sibling there. They're literally experimenting on the mass popular.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes back into
absolutely. But
you wanted me to answer that or A-Noot?
No, go ahead. No.
Oh.
I was gonna say something away from that, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, this goes back into the Agenda 21 stuff. They with the methane, and they rather say CO2, but they're saying that it's causing global warming because the cows, pass gas. And they had a bill they was trying to come up with a few years ago that they wanted to murder all the cows on the planet.
Yes, I remember that.
So they think that it's going to help cool the planet down, but they know that the planet is heating up. That's natural, but they want to make everybody else appear. They want us to be afraid because they being the vampires that they are.
Yes.
They know their time is up, so they're trying everything they can to keep the planet cool and infect people at the same time and possibly kill them. So, they're just trying to find a new way to bring it across, because the climate change then failed because they used to do this. They started the climate change after they came together with the Club of Rome in 1968, where they looked at the resources of the planet and predicted the planet would most likely go extinct or run out of resources around the year 2000 or so. So what they did was every 10 years, they would create a scare. And they brought in the ozone layer, the ice cap, polar caps. Melting. Like every 10 years, they'll come in, it's the greenhouse effect.
Yeah.
It's all this stuff, man. So all this is them trying to make it crazy for us. And like you said, with the water, I want to add this, and then I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna go back to this. Now, this guy here, he just recently said this not too long ago. This Mr. Gates. Now, listen to this crap.
USWR, the United States Water Reserve, will be one of the greatest wealth explosions of this century.
Oh, God.
The new oil. This is going parabolic.
Here's exactly what Bill Gates was talking about. It's called USWR, and it's already on Coinbase. Almost nobody understands what just happened, so stay with me. Bill Gates is the same guy who predicted every single global crisis and has made billions off of it. He's been buying almost all of America's water supply. AI is surging behind the scenes right now and is generating an enormous amount of heat, demanding constant cooling that consumes billions of gallons of water daily, draining our national supply, which is making water super scarce. With this in mind, water is set to become extremely valuable as there's less and less of it. This billionaire Dan Peanut is going viral right now with this video talking about water is the next gold. Super elite families like Rockefeller have been buying into water for 100+ years. The CNN article was just leaked that Gates was saying that blockchain solutions need to come. And for the pending global water famine, What asset do you think he's talking about? USWR. Do some more digging, so I went to BlackRock's official crypto holdings, and what do you know? They're already holding USWR, the same asset that Gates and Trump were talking about. This is where I went in and threw over 30K of my own capital. I went to the official USWR website, and at the very top, you could clearly see that it says Trump is set to announce this on July 4th. I'm expecting no less than 1,000x, meaning if you put 10K, you would have 10 million just by July 4th. To get in right now, it's available on Coinbase just by typing USWR, or you can copy and paste the CA in my comment section. Make sure it looks exactly like this because there's a lot of fakes out there. After you're in, you've successfully positioned yourself before millions of Americans have been woken up. And as always, nothing in this video is financial advice. I always beg you to do your own research. Have fun and good luck out there.
That's what they doing. They got plenty of water underground. They got water underground cities, underground restaurants, everything. Like A-Noot said, you know, our ancestors created so much stuff in the top half before we got here. And the Caucasian and found those underground locations. They didn't have the tools to build all that stuff. It take too long to do that. They didn't have the tools or the power or the intelligence. So they did some stuff, but that underground stuff where they done found and got whole communities, that's where they at. And they're not gonna wait for the cataclysm to come. They're gonna force us into a frenzy by trying to take up all the resources, and we're watching it happen in real time. Go ahead, Ken.
No, I was gonna just advertise my product that I got coming out because the Caucasian like you just put up there got his milk coming up, his bioengineered milk. But I actually have a milk myself that I'll be bringing to a store in Brooklyn. The name of that store is called Food for Negus, right? Spelled FNEGUS, right? Which is the Ethiopian word for royalty. But either which way, yes, I'll be bringing my walnut and Brazil nut milk to that particular store. So if you are afraid about this bioengineered milk that they're bringing, I have some fresh plant-based milk that would nourish you, not the same as the colostrum fluid that comes from your mom, right? Because that colostrum fluid is built just for you, right? And even if you are getting milk from a cow, that's the colostrum fluid for a cow, right? That cow is there to build a baby calf into a cow. That's why we have an obesity problem in America, because we are raising children on baby cow milk, right? So that's why these children are growing up being obese, because cows are naturally obese. So what do you think when you're using the preliminary factors that are supposed to build your immune system, build your whole biological system on this milk that comes, or this celestial milk that comes from your mother, is now being given to your other mother, which is a cow. And we're not talking about the cow from ancient Egypt, which happens to represent a whole nother heavenly cow, but that's another discussion for another day. But the cow is not supposed to give us the nurturing and the health that we need. So please go purchase my milk that will be in the store called Food for Negus, right? So I just want to interject there. We do have a solution for that milk, and that's the solution. Soon you'll start seeing the commercials on my channel where I'll be promoting it and things of that nature. All right, so that's all I wanted to basically interject, you know, as after that whole milk process. But I know you got another situation going on with these videos.
Right. So I just want to just give some context what we was talking about. Now this on the data centers.
Be one big data center. You guys, that is not one data center. That number right there is how many are right here. Also, I just found out that data centers don't even have to legally report how much water they use. Just when you think it can't get any worse, Georgia Power is taking people's property and homes through eminent domain to expand their high voltage power lines to to support these data centers. Now, the lovely interns at Science for Georgia have made some interactive maps. The black spots are current data centers. The orange ones are ones that are coming. Look at the numbers just in this area. So these are the current operational estimates for water usage in Georgia. Now, why is this an estimate? Oh yeah, that's right, because they don't legally have to report how much water they're using. However, Senator Durbin out of Illinois has proposed this Water and Energy Transparency Act. The data centers would need to report their energy and water use, and this was just introduced in March. But then I was like, aren't they paying for water by the gallon? They are, and in fact, usually at a much lower rate than you and I. They negotiate rates. Google, for example, paid $6.08 per 1,000 gallons, whereas the locals were paying $10.80 per 1,000 gallons. But just because they're paying for it doesn't mean they have to report it. Now, Project Sail, the 829-acre data center that is coming to Coweta County, Georgia, Georgia Power is set to demolish 2230 homes because they need to expand the power line. And they are doing this through eminent domain, which is the government's right to take your property if they need it for public use. And in this case, Georgia Power is a public use company. You know, they have to give these people fair market value for their homes and properties. From what I've heard, Georgia Power is not trying to do that.
Another one.
Mandated limit water uses in these states coming very soon. Right now it's voluntary, but soon it will be mandated. Right now it's in most counties in Maryland, Georgia, North Carolina, and Florida. These are all states who are going through droughts. Why are they going through droughts? It's these data centers. They're putting up these new data centers and they have to use fresh water in order to cool off these data centers. They cannot use salt water. As you know, Oshun is fresh water, is the life-giving water. Without fresh water, everything will cease to exist. Salt water, you can't use salt water for plants. You can't use salt water to take a bath. You can't use salt water to drink. You can only use fresh water. Ashe Oshun, Ashe Oshun, Ashe Oshun, Ashe Mami Wata, Ashe Mami Wata, Ashe Mami Wata. So right now, understand that this is an attack on Oshun. This is an attack on the water. This is an attack on the womb once a fucking again. So everybody who's using AI is actually a part of the problem, right? All this chat GBT use, all this perplexity, all that AI, making shit with AI, you're the reason the water's fucked up. We have to all eventually quit participating, but since people are deciding not to, I recently just figured this out. So since we're all deciding not to quit participating in this, what the great mother's going to do is she's going to blow up all these data centers. It's going to get really, really hot. They're going to blow up. They're going to be solar flares. There's not going to be any power. Everything's going to be off grid. They're going to eventually start mandating the water limits.
That's what they think is going on. Go ahead and do. It's something I wanted to show, but it's not here. Just take over for a second, A-Noot.
Oh,
I got something I want to show.
You got any questions, sibling? You got any questions, sibling?
Yeah, let me add on to that. So, have you guys seen there's a company out there who are floating the idea of installing mini data centers in people's homes? Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I seen that. I seen a guy who got that. I seen that.
And so I'm like, so
Crazy.
what benefits are they gonna get? Like, are they gonna rent space and they receive some kind of financial recompense for this thing? Do they get free internet? Do they get free electricity? Like, what's gonna be the upside of you having a mini data center? Because they want like it as much as possible, so it will be like a web of them. We all know that there's a hum that comes off these things. I've seen multiple reports of saying, yeah, they've opened this data center and here and listen to the hum. It's supposed to be quiet. There's a raw hum that people cannot get past, and it's waking them up. It's messing up their circadian rhythm and all that kind of stuff. What else was there? There was two major problems. It was the sound, and there was something else that it was doing.
It was in the Memphis. It started in Memphis first, where Elon Musk built the first one. It's messing up the atmosphere, the environment, and it's polluting the water in the streams.
Shit.
They messed up in Memphis. They can't. The water's gone. It's done.
That pollution that is hurting our community, that is quite literally taking the breath from people, right, is to power a racist bot on behalf of the richest man in the world.
This is Colossus, a supercomputer that Elon Musk calls the most powerful AI training system in the world. Colossus is fueling Musk's company xAI and its large language model named Grok. The data center sits a few miles from Boxtown, a predominantly black community in Memphis, where the median income is $37,000. Boxtown residents say that the pollution from the gas turbines that have powered Colossus over the last year is worsening their respiratory issues.
It smells like gas now, and it didn't smell like gas before Elon came.
I literally can taste it. I can taste the difference now.
Time asked researchers at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville to analyze air quality data from satellites run by NASA and the European Space Agency. Their report showed a marked increase in peak nitrogen dioxide concentration levels in Boxtown and other areas nearby the plant. High levels of NO2 can aggravate respiratory diseases, particularly asthma, according to the EPA. xAI did not respond to a request for comment for this story, and Memphis officials insist that the pollution is negligible, arguing that the company brings in critical tax revenue for the cash-strapped city.
They become our largest investor, xAI, in short order. People are starting to look at Memphis, and we've got this burgeoning reputation as a tech and innovation hub.
There's no amount of money that can persuade me to accept pollution killing me and my family.
It's not as bad as Flint, Michigan, though, right?
That's up there. It's close to that too. There's one guy I forgot. I think he's gonna do it in, I don't want to say Arkansas. It's one of those states up there by New Jersey and all that. This rich guy, he's building something that's going to stretch a couple of miles. a big there. There's a big in
These beings need no longer to be where we're at, because they're a detriment to humanity, also to mankind, who doesn't have the influence and power to do such wickedness, and to nature itself. They're anti-nature.
Right. That's what those God is.
Definitely anti-nature.
Yeah, they definitely, yeah. And they keep getting more power because they still getting there. They still getting there.
The 85%ers, they're still feeding the beast, unfortunately. They're in what's that 5% lesson? Why do they love the devil? Because the devil gives them nothing.
That's it. Nothing good. They should have finished the statement on. You get something, but it's really nothing good.